Hello, I'm Robert Haldane, and I'm hiding out in this prehistoric cave to bring you the results for
Prehistoric.
First, I need to apologize for taking so long to create this award video. As you know, there was a major event in 2020 and it disrupted all of our workflows. We had to switch from Windows 7 to Windows 10. Before we find out who won our prehistoric contest, let's take a journey back in time, far back in time, 2019, when we held our prehistoric image contest.
I am here to see some extinct trilobites. I am here to see some extinct trilobites. I'll say hi to Uncle Sam inside that big old giant clam, but I'm really here to see some trilobites.
Back in 2009, maybe 10, I wrote a short story poem for my dinosaur-loving then 8 or 9-year-old daughter called Dinosaurs Under the Bed. I started to illustrate it, but life happened and it never got finished. But I was rooting through some old hard drives and thumbsticks last year, and I found the illustrations that I'd started, and I decided to remake one of them for the competition.
Every time I go to a museum, there is always at least one person who's old enough to know better, who is wildly gesturing next to the priceless painting or trying to touch the fragile artifact, and they always get very indignant when the guard tells them not to do that.
I was short on ideas and short on time, so I went to Google and I typed in prehistoric and did an image search. And way down at the bottom of the page, I saw a watercolor painting of an eye looking through the foliage. The artist's name is Ekaterina Glazkova, and I borrowed from her. I brought it into 3D.
Hello, Tinkling Gnome here. Some days I feel like a dinosaur, so I decided to make an image on that theme, and as you can see, I surprised the dinosaur itself. Or maybe I just confused him a bit. He looks a bit surprised by his surroundings.
Sergey, one of our forum members from Russia, sent us this image of frames from an animation he calls Dino Boots.
In prehistoric Russia, Dino boots you.
These characters are members of a time-traveling group traveling back in an early time when giant monsters ruled the Earth. Their mission, as often is the case, is to find a missing person lost in time.
Why do people time travel? Don't they read the stories? It never ends well. Either you're getting chased by a dinosaur, or you end up dating your mother.
My idea was to sort of play with the idea of a archaeological find that did not fit the normal timeline, that there's an out-of-place artifact in this fossil layer and it has been taken by the government and hidden away in a top secret vault somewhere.
I was thinking about my first entry into the prehistoric contest. With the dinosaur, I decided dinosaur shouldn't be by himself, so I put together a caveman, including wearing a belt, which probably wasn't available for cavemen now that I think about it, but he had it together along with his cave, and then decided to add his pet dinosaur with him. Hope you enjoyed it. I did.
The one thing we need in this world more than anything else, in my opinion, is a little bit of humor. So when Prehistoric came along, I figured what better than Far Side Prehistoric. And there you have it, folks. Papa Bear, Far Side.
Now look, when they don't keep their lawn mowed, I can let that slide. when they put out their trash bin before 6 p.m. on the day prior to scheduled trash collection, I can overlook that. But letting the dog run in the street, that is a red line that has been crossed.
A day before, I saw a guy not noticing his surroundings anymore, being totally addicted to his screen of his device. So I told myself, let's create an image about an excavation site in the far future when another species has taken over. And because something like that already has happened on Earth with the dinosaurs, let's do it in a way that the species is a reptile or a dinosaur to indicate that the whole story is repeating itself again.
When I saw the topic about prehistoric, I was really excited. I always wanted to create a dinosaur, but I had already created a dragon and another topic. So I turned my attention to something I always wanted to do, a mammoth.
One day, a dinosaur got up and went out to play. And there were no other dinosaurs. He was the last one. And now, let's meet the winners. When I caught up with our third place winner, he was on a train in New York.
Hello?
Hey, Paul?
Yes, sir.
Paul, I am pleased to let you know that your entry, Cave Bears, in the Prehistoric Image Contest has taken third place. Congratulations on that.
Woohoo! Yay!
Tell me about Cave Bears.
Oh, well, I live tongue-in-cheek. So when the topic came up as prehistoric, the first thing that popped into my head was Far Side. I just love Far Side, and I love the dry sense of humor that goes with it.
What was this, an actual Far Side cartoon or something?
No. It was the prehistoric context and taking the old lady representation from Far Side and bringing that into the Papa Bear character that I had created many, many years ago. It was just a brain tease of how can I take this and turn it into a Far Side-ish kind of sense of humor. The classic man trying to beat a seagull off his head with a club, well, that sort of rang true. So I ran with it.
I recognize the cat eye glasses. Seems like a very Far Side stylistic touch. I like that you adopted that. I recognize the character. You've used him before. This is the Papa Bear character. What's his story?
Papa Bear started out a long time ago. I'd always wanted to start creating an animated series for children based on Papa Bear in a Disney kind of spin. And Papa Bear came about because my kids called me Papa Bear growing up. I always associated with Humphrey the Bear. Papa Bear is my representation of Humphrey.
Looking at this, I'm very curious about this volcano. I love the look of this volcano you've got here. How did you do this cloud?
That cloud is a sprite emitter that just spins around in the circle where the sprites don't die. I just set that thing up, and the frame that I rendered is actually a good minute into that emitter spinning around over a cone.
So I'm looking at the wireframe here.
Yeah.
Is this path is like the path that the emitter went along?
Exactly.
How cool. That was very effective. And let's see, these palm fronds, I presume this is some kind of cookie cutter thing you've got going on?
You got it.
And these are great looking pelts you've got here. This is particle hair.
Yep.
And they're inheriting their color from a decal on the surface. Is that this game?
That's correct. Yep. One of the things, see, hair and lighting are the two challenges I've always struggled with. So every time I do a competition, I always do it with the focus of stretching the limits and learning a new skill, call it. It took a lot of trial and error for me to get that, and a lot of help from a lot of other people within the forums. That was where those came from, yeah.
Paul, this is a great looking image. Congratulations again. Belated congratulations on the third place medal finish. I look forward to seeing more of your work in the future, and congratulations again.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
So long, Paul. Great talking to you. Interviewing our second place winner is two-time Image Contest medal winner, Matt Campbell.
Hey, Dan. Hey, Rob. Matt Campbell here.
Hi, Matt.
Yeah, I have good news.
Okay.
Your prehistoric image contest called Cuddle at Sunset has won second place in the Animation Master Contest. So congratulations.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's quite an honor. And it's always great to see so many great entries like this one. Your image is very captivating. I listened to your audio explanation on it, and I understand this was a image you made for your daughter.
Well, yeah, I wrote a poem for her a long time ago, and I was going to illustrate it. I did hand draw most of the pictures for it, but I used the original illustration to make
sort of as a design. So
yeah,
it'd be great to see the whole book, the whole thing done in Animation Master like this because it's so compelling.
Oh, thank you.
And the cuddle is the mammoth is protecting. I imagine the girl in the picture would be your daughter character.
Yeah, she was. In the original picture, it was called Dinosaurs Under the Bed. She went under a bed and it took her to this prehistoric world.
I see lots of use of cloth and fur, which is a great Animation Master character. You're doing that in the leaves on the trees too, right?
Yeah, those are fur.
So the tiger in the back, the woolly mammoth, of course, lots of great work with the fur or hair, 3D hair, and of course the hair on the girl. Lots of great particle hair going on. And I see some grooming as well on the girl's bangs and on the woolly mammoth.
Well, the girl's hair is actually a skull cap with hair growing out of it.
Yep.
Yeah, but the mammoth's all groomed.
Yep. So yeah, I like the ice in the foreground or the water, and the use of the mountains in the background. That's an image pasted onto a plane.
Yeah, that's on like a sky dome.
Yep. And the trees, it looks like you've got kind of one tree copy and pasted about 10 times in there.
The first two trees, so the two closest to camera, those are models. And the trees going back from there are a render of that tree from different angles, pasted onto a curved plane.
Oh, great. Wow.
And then used a cutout to take the background out.
Yeah.
Because those trees take a long time to render.
Yep. So that shortened that up. All fair game in 3D, which is good use of the medium. Very good. And of course, the texturing on the rocks and the tree trunks. And I love the texturing, even though it's very subtle, on the ice in the foreground to get that distorted reflection effect.
Yeah, I did that with, I can't remember who made it. There's a C rig, and then that you can adjust the wave intensity.
Oh, nice.
And then the surface is just set to maybe 20% opacity with 100% reflection.
Very minimal. I looked at your wireframe too, which is always interesting and a great way to learn for newbies to the software to see how somebody achieves an image like this. So great work.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
Okay, thanks very much, Matt.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Matt. Congratulations, Dan. Keep your eyes peeled. I'll get this video done within a year. I had a chance to sit down with our first place winner almost a year ago. I'm here with Steve Shelton. Steve, good to see you again. I am pleased to let you know that your entry, Everyone Needs a Pet Mammoth, has taken first prize in the Animation Master Forum Image Contest. And I am pleased to present you with this mock-up version of the Animation Master Forum Image Contest medal.
Wonderful.
Tell me about your image.
Well, we were down at Disney World a few months before the contest came out, and I saw on one of the rides a mammoth, and I thought, well, that would be a wonderful model to create. Theirs was so realistic, though, and I wanted mine to be somewhere between realistic and fun. And so it was talking about the cavemen and how they communicated in their hunt to kill a mammoth. Well, I didn't want to kill a mammoth, but I thought it'd be real cute to have a mammoth on the screen. And I had the image of my caveman already created, and he was actually going to be a dwarf, so I just did a few conversions on him and made him into my Neanderthal.
Now that's all particle hair on the mammoth.
It is.
I admired that very much because it was very painterly kind of look to it.
Right.
And so that was all styled.
That's right.
You're using hair guides to style that and get that all to fall in the right direction.
It was. And with your help on a couple of items, you had mentioned, hey, why don't you try this? And it worked out real well. I was able to create on that. It looked like he'd just come out of a snowstorm, I thought.
Yeah, it looked like a very cold day. What sort of planning do you do when you start a scene like this?
Well, realistic. When I want to create something that's very realistic, I actually kind of go online and just see how people look in a scene like a campfire scene.
Right.
And coming from a childhood where my father was always too cheap to put us in a hotel, we always went out camping.
Ouch.
So that was, I already had an idea of what my campfire was going to look like.
My dad was like that for a while, but we at least had a camper.
Yeah, well, we did. We finally did too. We upgraded to a motorhome later on. But
we had a camper, and my dad would sleep out in a tent.
Yeah.
And he had this story of getting licked by a bear. And I was never sure if that was really a real thing or not. But he claimed to have been woken up with a bear licking his head. But dads are cheap.
Yeah, dads can be cheap.
Yeah.
And I'm learning how to do that myself. Had a lot of help with the creation of the scene, but like I said, with the photographs, but also just some recommendation between our dialogues. And I thought your help was invaluable. Just kind of, hey, you might think of moving a rock here or something like that.
Yeah. I think really the only significant suggestion I had was using that cone force to make the fire.
Yeah, and that was critical because the fire scene the one that I had come up with was a very broad fire, and you talked about pulling it up into what a fire would actually look like, a campfire would look like.
Steve, that's a great looking image. Congratulations on your first place victory. And now we're going to go eat lunch.
Well, awesome.
In addition to Best Image, voters got to make choices in several other categories. Cave Bears by Paul Harris won Most Amusing. Prehistoric Cuddle at Sunset by Dan Skelton was chosen for Best Splining. Plants of Prey by Matt Campbell was judged to be Most Beautiful. And Everyone Needs a Pet Mammoth by Steve Shelton was voted Most Prehistoric. Congratulations! You will each receive a certificate attesting to your bestness and or mostness. And now it's time for
the Big Scratch Off.
I have randomly applied each of our artists' names to a Texas Lottery scratch-off card. The game is weekly half grand with prizes of $1, $2, $5, $10, $20, $40, $100, $250, $1,000, and the top prize of $500 per week for 20 years. One small catch, you have to go to Austin to collect that top prize. We'll cross that bridge if we come to it. Before we start scratching, we have more prizes to give out. Our top 3 artists have already won Hash Store gift certificates of $150, $100, or $75, but there are also 3 $25 certificates to be randomly awarded among our 4th through 10th place artists. So I will take our top 3, Steve, Dan, and Paul, out of the stack, and I'm going to shuffle the rest. And place an H on the top 3 cards to signify Hash Store gift certificate. In addition to the 3D print of the entry that our first place artist Steve Shelton has won, there's also one more 3D print to be awarded among the 2nd through 10th place finishers. So I'll put Dan and Paul back in the stack, and then cut and shuffle the cards again. Cut. And place a 3D on the first card that does not already have an H on it, so that one's got an H. Here we go. And now I'll put Steve back in, and myself. And cut and shuffle one more time. I'm actually doing this more than one more time, aren't I? And now let's get scratching. The game says that you match any of your numbers, these are your numbers, to the winning number, and you'll win the prize for that number. If the prize won is HGRND, then you win the top prize of $500 per week for 20 years. So, our first scratchee is Matt. Let's see what happens here. I'll check out the winning number. I'm going to zoom this in a little bit. There we go. The winning number is 10. Nope. 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 No. Sorry, Matt. No cash. Does Matt win? Matt wins the 3D print. Hooray for Matt. Next up is Steve. Steve's number is 02. Do any of these match it? 10, 15, 03, 06, 04. Nothing for Steve. There won't be anything on the back for Steve because he's already won the $150 gift certificate and the 3D print. Sergey from far off Russia, where the dino boots you. His winning number is 12. Let's see. 8, 6, 15, 7, 13. No, sorry, Sergey. Does Sergey have another prize in the back? He wins a $25 gift certificate. Congratulations, Sergey. Rodney, our forum moderator. 8 is Rodney's number. Oh, there's an 8. What do you suppose the prize is? That's an 8 on it. Let's see. He's won. Rodney's won $1. Let's just check and see if there might be $1 million hiding under one of these other ones. But you have won $1, Rodney, and you'll have to be happy with that dollar. Next up is me, your contest runner. Very slow contest runner. My number is 15, 11, 2, 7, 8, 1. I got nothing, and there should be nothing on the back here, correct? Next up is Roger, Mr. Mystery. Roger's winning number is 02. Okay. 9, 12, 7, 5. Last chance for Roger here. 8. Oh, sorry, Roger. But Roger does get a $25 hash gift certificate. Next we have Paul, our third place contestant. His number is 9. Is there a 9 here? A 6, a 7, 4, 5, oh, come on here, and a 3. Oh. Paul, however, did win the $75 gift certificate for coming in third. John, his number is 12. John, the Tinkering Gnome. 9, 7, 2, 10, and 3. Aw. Well, what do we got? Anything on the back here? No. Sorry, John. Dan, our second place winner, from far off Canada. His winning number is 8. We have an 11, 15. Oh, I thought that we might be an 8, but it turns out to be a 9. A 3. And, ooh, it looks like an 8. There's an 8 there. What do we got? $1. Oh. But that's a $1 American. That's like $1.10 Canadian. Congratulations, Dan. And Geralt from far off Germany. His winning number is 1. Do we have any more ones here? There's a 12, a 4, a 5, a 13. Okay, last chance for this scratch-off to make someone rich. Nope, it's a 10. Well, that was a bit of a slim scratch-off, but we still gave away quite quite a few prizes. Congratulations to all of our winners and all of our scratch-off contestants. That was a good scratch-off. Big congratulations to our 3 medal winners, Paul Harris, Dan Skelton, and Steve Shelton. Thanks to everyone for entering the contest. I hope you enjoyed working on your entries. We all enjoyed looking at them. Remember, there's still time to enter the next contest. Finish the unfinished. Until then, I'll see you on the forum.